Good morning. So, first night in our tent
Rough.
in Death Valley. Rough, yes, rough. It was so warm. What was the temperature this morning?
88.
88. Well, there was a breeze, but unless you were sitting up, you didn't really feel it that much unless the big gust came. So we're at Zabrisky's Point to see sunrise. So you can see it's starting to get light over there. And it was a full moon, or not a full moon, but the moon was bright, so you could see at night. And shortly upon going to bed on my air mattress I used on my through hike, the duct tape that held my straps on for cinching down my sleeping bag during the trip, the duct tape decided to grip it and made a hole. So the air whistled out of my air pad and I got to sleep on a little foam one the rest of the night. So I guess that made it a long way, that sleeping pad. X-Ped makes great sleeping pads. So I forgot to say that it's day 2, but even with the moonlight and the sunrise, it looks amazing landscape. It almost doesn't even look real. We're going up to the point. Okay, we just drove like 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna check out this place. I guess you can't see there. It's called Moro. Scratch Kitchen. Check out these burgers. Got to gonna try the 24-hour burger. Sharp cheddar, thick bacon, caramelized onions, arugula, food sauce, and sunny side up egg. Arugula, food sauce, and sunny side up egg. I think I'm gonna go for the peanut butter and bee burger. Sharp cheddar, bacon, jam, umami, peanut butter, pepper relish, potato chips, arugula, and red wine vinaigrette. At first, got to the Cherry Jubilee Sundae with vanilla bean ice cream topped with warm cherry rum. Post? How do you say that? We did, but then we looked at this sticky toffee pudding, and then I was just talking about an ice cream sandwich where you can pick your own cookies. You should see their cookies up there. Homemade. That's Carlos's 24-hour burger with some jalapeno ketchup. And here's my peanut butter bacon burger. We'll see. So I got the chip wish with brown sugar ice cream. Here's your
Snickerdoodle and
sundae. Snickerdoodle and chocolate chip, yes. They look so good. Okay, we just drove like 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna check out this place. I guess you can't see there. It's called Moro. Scratch Kitchen. Check out these burgers. Got to gonna try the 24-hour burger. Sharp cheddar, thick bacon, caramelized onions, arugula, food sauce, and sunny side up egg. Arugula, food sauce, and sunny side up egg. I think I'm gonna go for the peanut butter and bee burger. Sharp cheddar, bacon, jam, umami, peanut butter, pepper relish, potato chips, arugula, and red wine vinaigrette. At first, got to the Cherry Jubilee Sundae with vanilla bean ice cream topped with warm cherry rum. Post? How do you say that? good. But then we looked at this sticky toffee pudding. And then I was just talking about an ice cream sandwich where you can pick your own cookies. You should see their cookies up there. Homemade. That's Carlos's 24-hour burger with some jalapeno ketchup. Here's my peanut butter bacon burger. We'll see. So I got the chip witch with brown sugar ice cream. And here's your
Snickerdoodle and
sundae. Snickerdoodle and truffle chip, yes. They look so good. Sequoia National Park. It's so windy. It's like 30 minutes of driving this 10-mile-an-hour, 50-mile-an-hour turn. Parked at the overflow parking, walking to the Jack Forest Museum. Back in our garb, baby. Such amazing flowers. Okay, climbing up. This is the viewpoint on Moro Rock. About a 20-minute climb. Top of Moro Rock.
off the bypass, off the bypass. Probably some of us, we're gonna have the chance to stay here inside the park tonight. And from here, you're gonna have the opportunity to see the stars at night. And it looks amazing. It seems like you can reach the stars with your hands. But do you know that just to cross our Milky Way from one side to the other, you need 100,000 years just to cross our Milky Way. And that's not to 60 or 70. Even if our life is kind of short compared to the Sequoia or compared to the Milky Way, our life is beautiful. But it all depends how you see it. There are some of us that we're gonna come to Sequoia, and the only thing that we're gonna see is gonna be just a big tree. And we're just gonna come back to wherever we came from, and the only thing that we saw was a big tree. But there is a difference between to look and to observe. When you look something, you just continue your way without really paying too much attention to things. But when you observe, you take the time to really appreciate and to think about it. For example, why these trees have been here for more than 3,000 years? Why? Why is that the roots are so strong? Well, and it's gonna be the same thing with our life. We can just go through life without really getting to the sense of life, or we can take the time to really appreciate every day of our life. But it all depends how you see things in life. 100 years ago, when they had a fire here in the forest, they tried to stop the fire because they thought that it was something negative for the forest. When we think about fire, sometimes we only think about destruction. But then, they noticed that they didn't have new sequoias and new pines growing up. So they said, well, probably we're doing something wrong. We're gonna allow the fire to continue. And that's what they did. And you know what happened after the fire? Yes, after the fire, they noticed that they had new sequoias and new pines growing up. But why? One of the reasons is because the cones of the sequoia and the cones of the pines are very hard to open. They need the fire. The fire kind of breaks the cone. And after the fire, they are covered with some of the debris and some of the soil, and now they can start to grow. So instead of being something negative, it's something positive. But it took them a little while to figure that out. Only 100 years. So many things to learn in life, so little time, but life is beautiful.
So our shuttle driver told us that the bark is that orangish color to protect it from beetles. It doesn't get the kind of bugs and green stuff that other pines do. And that's why it lasts so long. It appears that this one is purple.
Probably in the 70s.